Welcome to Bodhisattva YouTube. Here at Bodhisattva YouTube, we focus our mind's energy collectively on forming the golden embryo, an egg of intention, globally and collectively, to birth a golden age into this new world that we're creating. Thank you for being here. First of all, I'd like to say that there is a lot going on in our world at this moment. Russel Brand is coming up for me. Russel Brand, I respect you and support you in the struggle that you're going through with the mainstream media. I also realize that all of us are very small as individuals in terms of the significance of a global union, but none of us are small as individuals in terms of being significant in moving towards that global union. So thank you for your services, and I support you. Trust you as a human being, and know that you will come through this even more enlightened and more empowered by your sense of connection with creation and oneness that is eternal. So many blessings. And to speak to YouTube, I'm on YouTube. This is Bodhisattva YouTube, where we form a golden age collectively. To speak directly to YouTube, that is the one that I am broadcasting through. I am very disappointed. Everything, just like these mountains that I'm in, the lake that I'm beside, the sky that's above me, the rivers that run down the valleys, all the way to the next country and into the ocean. And that ocean, vast and global, with the sky global, that is solar in a relationship with other planets and a sun within a solar system, is all connected in a great cycle of life. And all life upon this planet, our great Mother Earth, is in oneness, in union, is one symbiosis organism living together and breathing together. I'm going to do a TED Talk with this as well pretty soon, just to see if I can get through to a global audience that way, because I'm having a lot of difficulty on YouTube with obtaining likes, and maybe I've been whitelisted and I don't even know. I'm a greenhorn at this, I'll admit, and learning lots about our global community, and we need to change. All of these networks, the internet is meant to reflect the oneness of consciousness that we all are as one spirit, one soul, one fire, one flame, in eternal life, in a sacred hoop of life that's eternal. That consciousness exists in oneness, and when we pray and when we meditate, we connect into a higher source of consciousness that all of us exist within. Some of our lights might be brighter up there, which is reflecting that we are there. Our body is, and our mind within our body in this lifetime is awake up there, and others are dimmer. And it's up to all of us to brighten our lights up there. Hence, you hear me meditating. You hear me chanting at the beginning of my presentations. I come from a meditation to do this presentation. So our vibrations must be high. Our understanding must be clear. Our intent must have integrity, and our action must follow. So it's just amazing to be part of what's going on in this world today, but it is also very challenging to be part of what's going on in this world today. So YouTube, I'm very disappointed in Google, Facebook, Twitter even. I'm very disappointed in the decisions that are being made in relationships to the country's entities, especially the one I'm in, Canada, in regards to the whitelisting, basically the shutting down of freedom of speech. This is not in right relationship with all of creation. This is not the internet's purpose in how it came into this world, its intent. Just like Nikola Tesla. The real Nikola Tesla's intent that was energy would be free for all people. And you see that exists now in the spirit realm. He left this world a very clear man in consciousness, with everything that he took a part of and an intent of how it should take fruition in this world. Now, none of us have the power to take that away from the universe. That has been set forth. It is said, it has been spoken, and it is so. So that is up to us now as children of humanity, as a part of him in consciousness and oneness, to live up to that obligation. Energy should be free. We should not be trying to profit off already completed structures, households, places for people to live. We should be providing shelter for everybody, and we shouldn't even be charging each other for structures that have been completed. So lots of examples of how right relationship existed in ancestral cultures on the planet, and how they were much freer amongst each other in regards to how they cooperated with one another and how they saw the meaning of economy. The meaning of economy is seeds, the power to grow food within the seasons and the cycles in reverence for them. as a people, in a circle where there's no higher or lower, no above or below. Everyone is equal. We all carry a responsibility for ourselves as a spirit and a soul, and we become neutral in our mornings. And our relationships are to reflect. My great wisdom that came in today, there was a few things, but one of them was, do not live in comparison. Comparison is like a river. And if you stay in a river too long, if you stay there too long, you are surely to drown. We are meant to reflect, for our consciousness to turn inward towards ourselves and take responsibility for our relationships and grow. It might not look like others want it to, but as long as we're not hurting anybody, taking responsibility for ourselves, and communicating clearly to others, then we're doing our work. Now, is this how our so-called country is operating? So this is my other big disappointment at this moment in time. Trusting that the Great Spirit is with us and supporting us in every moment, and that we are moving collectively in a good direction. And there's always hard times before the good times. The darkest nights are before the brightest dawns. And we hear this all the time, but life is eternal, so we must accept the waves. So my other biggest disappointment is this country. I would like to apologize to all the other countries of the world on behalf of Canada, even though I know that corruption exists with almost every country's government, and this is due to corporate influence, those entities and corporate families and agendas that governments buy into for mutual benefits and relationships. I know very well that corruption and war exists on the minds of almost every political front in every country around the world. However, I'm in Canada, which is the motherland of my ancestral people and still belongs to us as a free land, and we are working on that politically and spiritually to come to great healing and a better way of life upon our planet, and to set a great example as a people of how to live in right relationship once again upon our planet, to bring a great future for the next generations. So I'm very disappointed in my country, and I wish to apologize. India is on my mind. I know it's not perfect there either, but I want to say thank you to India for your history and your people and your spirituality, for your ancestry, which is related to ours here on Turtle Island. And we have very poor leadership here, and creation is patterns, time, space is patterns, and spirit moves in time, space. So it moves through patterns, and we as creatures of creation embody patterns. And if we aren't aware of this, these powers move through us without us taking responsibility. And again, if you're not chanting, if you're not meditating, if you don't have moral principles in relationship to spiritual understanding, then these things are really hard to grasp. And so you're going to have difficulty, and maybe join my school, Planetary Yoga, if you're interested, and join some of the meditations and join some of the lectures support my organization, and this will be a great journey, an awakening to a much broader perspective of reality. Talking that you are connected to everything, and there are ways to grow your lenses, widen them, and see more in depth of all things. So please join. Please like, subscribe, share the message. Join Bodhisattva YouTube. Join Planetary Yoga, my website, planetaryKundaliniYoga.com. And continue to converse with me and have these great, productive, honest conversations where we are connected in alignment with oneness, our spirit, our soul, whichever word your culture resonates with, great respect, in consciousness. We can have these great conversations that are elevated into a perspective that includes all of us and all our best interests. So it's a great journey, and we can re-begin our calendars, so to speak. Even if we don't start it right now collectively, we can start it in our hearts and minds, just like the golden embryo, and we can start a new world fresh today together. That includes everyone, YouTube. Freedom of speech, everyone. A circle, no higher, no lower. No better, no worse. No wrong or right. Voices are part of spirit that lives within a bridge that connects that realm to this world. And all things need to be respected for right relationship to exist, to coexist, for symbiosis energy to spark, and for life to live well. For greater truths to be touched by and understood. So there's not fact checkers, there's good, productive conversation. So this is every time we speak, it is a great prayer. It doesn't matter how many likes you see on my shows, if I've been whitelisted, why it's been so difficult to get these messages out. I know they're getting out whether I see numbers or not, that Amama Uanoa, that there is a great power that hears us all. And I respect that within everybody. And I respect others that respect that within everybody and are here to learn and heal. And that is Planetary Yoga. And again, Bodhisattva YouTube is about forming a collective energy, a focused energy, to create a golden embryo, an egg, to birth a new age upon our planet of peace and well-being. Hello. So to follow that, peace and well-being, what's in our ancestors' hearts that live in the stars, that live in the sky, within the clouds, that live, if you can understand that. What's in the hearts of our people, our roots, our well-being, our joy, our connection, that Akka field, that consciousness, oneness, what we hear in our cells, in our hearts, in our psyches, our clairvoyance with all things, all time, all space. Is the power of peace. So I'm here on Turtle Island. In 2023, it's called British Columbia in North America, Canada. This is Turtle Island, North America, and our whole planet is actually Turtle Island within a cosmic ocean. And we ride upon its back, and that is our culture's story, but also our connection to creation's story. It's something we feel through the spirit world, in our relationship with the animal kingdom, the insect kingdom, the mineral migrations, the elemental worlds that form all creation. So it's something we are deeply in bond with, sacredly, in a hoop, eternal. And this, for me, includes all people of the planet and the ancient anomalies, the megalithic temples that are all over the planet, all the ancient creatures and beings are all part of this. All cultures, spiritualities, religions are all part of this. And greater truths exist for our species collectively to evolve to, more so than ever now, for us collectively to come together and evolve to and rediscover and perhaps create differently, is what we are truly here to do. Amama, Uanoa. So this is the power of peace, and that is their message. That is what comes through, speaking with them very clearly. Still to this day, it hasn't changed. That is the rainbow vision, the power of peace, all people living together globally and collectively in oneness and peace and harmony. To know that power, and to that power, when we know that power, to understand that power, when we're living in that power together, globally, collectively, cooperatively, in unity, truly, that power, especially with all our resources and intelligence today that we use at far too great of a force and capacity and consume way too much of, and doesn't mean we have to live meekly like what we're being made to believe in this psychological war at this moment. We don't have to live meekly to use less. It's a complex subject. You're welcome to comment, and I will talk to you about that. But point being is that power will astonish us on what we can do on this planet and what we can discover together and how we can live on this planet together in a much greater harmony and happiness and abundance. So this is the full moon of the harvest moon, just after the equinox, with eclipses, both solar and lunar, upon us in October. This is what the divination is. This is what the power is that's coming through creation that I feel in the earth and the sky and the spirit world in connection to our next journey in relationship to this one upon a planet and a body, that all things are telling us to move towards peace together and to move towards right relationship, and it's telling me that it is happening and that all of you know this. And even those that don't are being influenced by this energy, this vibration, and that light. Amama, Uanoa. May these prayers have power. And may the will of creation move through all of us for this great vision that is not mine alone, but eternal in all families. Take roots and come forward. May the sacred hoop of life, or the golden chain that forms the golden hoop of life, may they come together in union, rebirthing into this world. And may that bring the sacred tree of life to fully blossom once again upon this planet. May all cultures' roots and dreams that are true to creation's heart come forth in this world through our collective connection, unity, and peace amongst each other. We are higher beings of creation, and we are meant to fulfill our destiny in oneness as a people, not destinies as individual in chaos against one another. We are one. We are brothers, we are sisters, we are mothers, we are fathers, and we exist with all creatures in a hoop of life eternal. That is my culture. When you get out of samskara, which involves mind realms, when you get out of samskara, that's when you start discovering your heart field and the body. You escape the mind, so now you're in the body, in a universe, on a planet that is eternal and connected to all things. And every electron and every cell in your body is part of an energy current that is moving through you, that is beyond time frame of space of one life. It is connected to everything in existence and can be felt through an open space, an open channel, and can be picked up on and experienced. It's not to get carried away with, it's to be in awe of. So I'm very grateful. The veils are thinning right now at this time of year. In the northern hemisphere in our fall, the veils get thin. This time of year, I guess the veils get thin everywhere, even in the southern hemisphere. This is the Dias los Muertos is coming forward, the Day of the Dead, communing with our ancestral trains, our families, both our present families and lineages and our star families, eternal in creation. These veils thin, and if you're into meditation and you're speaking with creation, your spirit, your soul, in connection with all of the things authentically from your heart, and getting feedback, this is a powerful time to get out on the planet, out in nature, in the magnetic field of the earth. Fresh water, fresh air, from the four directions and the four winds, and the sky and Mother Earth, the sacred six directions, the sacred six powers, to get out in that energy and to feel and to be a part of it and listen. Listen. May that word ring through all of our cells and bodies, and may we feel the significance of the truth of shunya, of silence. So thank you for being here with me today. I'm going to end this wonderful connection. Please join, subscribe, like, most of all, share the message, especially in Canada right now. I'm very disappointed. We really need more public meetings in every community. We really need to come together and form a collective focus across our country and form a front that can challenge the current position of our leadership in government and create great change within it, because it's not doing well, it's not healthy. I apologize to all the world and ask for your prayers and support and love. Healing takes time. The way that Great Spirit moves can't be understood by any one of us in regards to all people currently on the planet, and I live in great humility, and I ask that you all do as well, as this brings us closer together and more powerful in oneness as a people. So I apologize for what's happening and ask for your prayers and support, and to end all forms of social disconnect, division, all forms of fascism, to take greater responsibility for this as a consciousness. This is something that I would say to all of us, that yes, I really know how malleable creation is and how eternal life is, and in this we can live in its power, and that we don't have to worry about those who go and leave and all of this. But I will remind you that life eternal through many lives, that illusion also has a reality to it. It is real. So to say life is an illusion, which it truly is in terms of spirit, but then to not claim any responsibility to the relationships and what's taking place in life, like we can destroy the planet and it doesn't matter, life's an illusion, that's a falsity. And you're stuck in karmic realms, samkara in minds, and you're not in your heart and in a higher auric field and in a higher oneness with all creation and deep meditations and deep understanding of eternal life and spirit, and the fragility of your one life here in this body as a physical being, and the relationship of the two in regard to the experience you're having at the time, in the time frame that you're living in, and the social responsibilities. It's like there's a lot going on in your eternal being that's unfolding right now, and you're not here for no reason. You're here for a very powerful reason, a very important reason, and you're a very special being, as we all are. So even though life's an illusion, the greater your responsibility becomes, the more responsibility that you have the capacity for, the greater vision you have for, and the more you're able to see, and the more loving and graceful you're able to become in the light of eternal understanding and grace and beauty. Hope you enjoy my passion. But it's absolutely true. Then we are embodying what we came here to do in whatever form it looks like. But then we are living in a way that's going to help others and help our social environments, and then maybe possibly get to living with our natural environments in a better relationship again. So we must take responsibility, and that's what the Polynesians, the Hawaiians, very much a part of my heart, my eternal soul, my spirit. Aloha, ke aloha, surfs up. And that the great illusion is very real. And we have a great responsibility within that illusion to live well with all things within it in right relationship. Amama, uanoa. So once again, I know the message is getting out no matter what's happening with YouTube and its lack of responsibility to live in the integrity of allowing all people to share a social platform as we share consciousness, to reflect that integrity within your platforms. And if it's not getting out from me, I know on this platform, I know it's getting out in all of creation, all the universe, cosmos, and beyond those borders into what's forming. And if you do get a chance to see this, please just share it. The message is what's most important. If you are into subscribing, I'm really devoted. There's going to be lots more lectures on many topics. You can comment and ask for a topic or ask a question, and I will definitely make a video about it and share my perspectives and ask creation, ask the spirit world how they would like us to relate in this matter at these times, ask for their counsel, and I will share what I honestly feel coming through, and I'll be grateful for your connection. So please subscribe and like, and it's Bodhisattva YouTube. Bodhisattva YouTube, again, is where we collectively, globally, all of us in oneness, all of our power together, focusing, forming a golden embryo of life force, the birthing of a new world into creation on our planet, globally, in unity. So forming the next golden age. And that's what this is intended for, and that's what this is all about. I hope that YouTube would promote this message and give it free advertising. That's how optimistic I am, and begin to take full responsibility for the topics and matters that we're discussing here at hand at Planetary Yoga. So thank you very, very much, and enjoy this beautiful harvest full moon. I am calling it the red moon, this harvest full moon. It's not a blood moon. The moon's not actually going to appear red to my knowledge. It's not happening on a lunar eclipse. But it is a red moon in terms of the energy, the primal energy, in terms of the harvest, in terms of the abundance, in terms of how important this celebration is to our fertility and our continuation of life, our dream at this time when the veils are thin for the spring to come, all of the above. This is a very powerful, powerful supermoon and harvest moon, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I look forward to talking to you again. My name is Gian Dharam. I'm also carrying the name Meteorite Orca Chief. This is not from any place of self-projected power. This is what I have been asked to do from the spirits, that I have the courage to speak forth from my voice into this world at this time. My name, Gian Dharam, or Gian Dharam, I was told to walk in joy, in grace, in Dharma. And with the Orca Chief, I am told to speak of the knowledge and wisdom of Mother Earth and Cosmos in the most joyful way, from the spirit of the Orca, a relationship and family and tribe that my soul feels connected with and a part of at this time, to squeak, chirp, and click creation's truest understandings in my greatest playfulness and joyfulness within my tribe. So very, 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 very special sharing. I hope you appreciate. It's from my heart. Some of us hear animals speak. We hear their families, and we hear how they speak to we hear the mothers and the grandmothers and the grandfathers and fathers and the children, and we hear their dialect in our hearts, and we are a part of their families. It's hard to explain. We don't even know fully what it means for ourselves in regards of lifetimes and eternity, but it's very, very special, and it's wonderful to feel that and speak it. So thank you very much. And may you all be so filled with light, so filled with vision, and so filled with love.